Hey Rams, today is September 17th. I'm Adam Carlson.
And I'm Paige Dowdy.
Welcome to the first Kram of the 2021 school year.
The beginning of this school year started off on an interesting note. Online classes have been a learning experience for all of us at Rampart.
We at Kram have decided to take a closer look at how the experience has been going overall for those in our community.
In today's K-Room, we have interviewed different people about e-learning and have got their perspectives. The students that we interviewed had mixed perspectives on e-learning. Let's check them out now.
I like how we're just online and that we don't have to be rushing to our classes by running down the hall. And it's much easier because you have online access instead of trying to go through a textbook every 5 minutes to find a definition to a word.
I like being able to just grab a blanket and just sit down with whatever snack I can get. But a downfall is I can just do whatever. That's a major downfall because the teachers can't really stop them.
I think the in-person learning, because I have an easier time with that, but I think I can work with both though.
The parents also have their opinion on the matter. Let's see, shall we?
If I was an individual, I think I would rather be in school. I think you get better teaching and education. I think it's good if kids are in school to mingle with each other as far as social skills, and I think person-to-person contact is good.
It's definitely had its ups and downs. I think the very beginning of e-learning last year was harder than this year, and I think this year the teachers and the students were going into it very prepared, and I think for this year so far it's been good.
E-learning is your home, and you don't get to interact with people on a one-on-one basis. So I hope it only lasts a little while.
While the e-learning perspectives have some differences, they also had some similarities. E-learning has surely changed how the system works.
It's a relief to know that things are going smoothly.
Over the summer, a lot of crazy stuff happened. One of those being almost a completely new arts and theater program.
Let's take a closer look.
Over the summer, Rampart got a brand new performing arts team. In band, theater, and choir, we have all new staff teaching except for one. We decided to take a closer look at who they are and what they're doing.
My main focus as a theater teacher is to just expose kids to the arts, but to also get students up and get them speaking in front of people and have them feel comfortable speaking in front of people, because that's a life skill, right? Is to learn how to speak in front of a group of people.
There's a lot of theater that it's very subjective and very open to personal interpretation, and having a new teacher with a new perspective is going to be really interesting, and I think there's going to be a lot that we can learn from that.
I mean, really, I just want to make sure everybody's having a good time. I think that's where, we want to play good music and we want to sound really good. So of course, we're teaching and we're making sure everybody can play their instruments, but also just having a lot of fun playing music. When you have that whole team playing together, there's no other experience like it. So as long as I can harness that, then we're in good shape.
Well, working with him has gone really well because he's a wonderful teacher and he has a lot of information to pass on. I worked with him a couple of times in the past just for marching band and in class, and both times have been really successful. I learned a lot with him, so I'm very excited to work with him.
Right now my goal is to just be able to have us here and sing, but I really just want to continue to grow the program and keep the numbers high so that maybe there's an opportunity to add a different kind of choir or add extracurricular choirs that don't exist. And I just want to make singing accessible to everyone.
It's mainly just been us having a fun time with everyone there, because the teacher, if you're in sync stations as well, just getting in for the most part. With men's choir, we kind of just mess around most of the time, but we still have such a focus, and our main goal is trying to make some more memories that we can just cherish.
Keith Akuntius is the department chair for the Performing and Visual Arts. we decided to see how he feels working with a new team.
I think the new art team is great, and I feel very, very fortunate to be working with all of them. I'm really excited about all of the opportunities that the teachers themselves are starting to create for their students, for the programs that they're involved in. You know, it's been really fun getting to know all of them over the course of the summer, and then finally getting to be here in person in the building with them. You know, I would say our department already feels like a little family.
Overall, it seems that this year is going well and will continue to go well with our brand new team.
It sounds like we will have a great year for the arts and theater classes.
You know, Adam, I've noticed that the fields have been pretty empty.
Rampart only has 3 sports going right now. So many of our regular fall athletes are trying to figure out what to do with this new off-season.
Let's find out more.
With empty fields, barren courts, and deserted stands, sports have become a thing of the past. Rampart High School students now cope with the sad news of a lost sports season. Players and coaches express their disappointment with the effects of the pandemic.
It just affected me socially, so I really don't go out with friends as much as I used to, or even at school I can't really go and hang out and just see friends and get a good education.
One of the biggest things is just the lack of personal connection. I know after the first week of school, I'm just being in my room for 8 hours straight.
Soccer and volleyball, Rampart's 2 strongest sports, have been canceled to limit the spread of the virus. The team and coaches hope that the season will be pushed to the spring. Some students and coaches talked to us about the reality of the situation.
We were really excited to play this fall, and the girls were working hard all summer, and we were just in a really good place.
Last year, we had one volleyball game, and it all got canceled, which really sucked because I was getting excited about this new season.
At all sports, but especially football in the fall, it really can impact what people are feeling about our school, and has impacts in the classrooms.
While all hope seems lost, many sports have been practicing the best they can despite the unfortunate circumstances. While football is strictly practicing, preparing for a future season, tennis and cross country continue to play because the structure of the sports encourage social distancing. The students acknowledge the changes but continue doing the sport they love.
We have to adjust just like everybody else. Our practices, we are trying to accomplish everything that we would during our preseason at this point until they tell us that it's okay for us to play. So we had to shorten our practices to 2 hours instead of 2.5, and 3 days instead of 5 days a week. Sports-wise, it hasn't changed too much about cross country. We still can go out and run. Before we are able to run, we have to put our masks on meet days, so that's always annoying, but it's not the worst thing because you can take it off during the race.
Well, this season, obviously, at tennis at least, we have to wear masks and do different things, and obviously at school, we wear masks. So.
Even though the outcome of this season seems grim, most students and coaches can find some positives when reflecting on this virus.
I've been able to go outdoors more.
I feel like everyone's a lot more careful.
Just being able to, be around family.
Just in an athletic department standpoint, our coaches have come together.
Right now, it's hard to keep a smile on your face, but remember to never lose hope and have faith in yourself, your school, and your community, because we're all in this together. This has been Jackson Champagne reporting for Kram. Stay safe, Rams.
So that's where they went.
That explains a lot.
Sydney Jones is this year's senior class president.
Sydney is leading this year's seniors in a time that is difficult and everything is new, but she's not letting that stop her.
Let's dig into who Sydney is as a person.
Rampart High School has always had a great community and student body. Our student leaders have made sure to keep this positive and inclusive environment going. One particular leader, our senior class president, Sydney Jones, has brought in her infectious smile to spread her positivity throughout Rampart.
I've always felt like there's a community at Rampart that I've always wanted to be a part of. Even talking to upperclassmen when I wasn't even in high school yet, they were talking about how much they loved Rampart. And I just really wanted to go to a positive school. I just really wanted to surround myself in a positive environment.
Not only does her smile go throughout the school, but her light touches all of those around her.
Sydney has a way of just brightening everyone's day. A lot of times she'll just stick her head through my window in my classroom and wave at me. And right there, that's all I need just to turn my day around, because she just has that infectious smile.
Well, I think I've learned a lot from Sydney. She has a way of just making people smile and making them laugh, brightening their day. And so I think that just from being her friend and kind of watching her and observing her, I've learned some of her tricks. You know, she's always cracking jokes, and she's making other people smile and laugh because she's a pro at it.
I think just because she's always like positive and trying to make sure everyone else is like happy and doing okay, like has a really positive like influence on everyone else.
There are so many great ways to describe Sydney, but one word always comes up.
2 words to describe Sydney. Energetic.
Joyful.
Like uplifting.
And positive.
Positive. I don't think that girl has a negative bone in her body.
Coming from a really not so enjoyable middle school experience, I knew I wanted to kind of surround myself with people that were encouraging and uplifting and positive. I started branching out and joining different parts of the school, and I think I just met a bunch of different people groups, and I love like every single person in Rampart. Everyone is so nice, and I think just spreading from group to group has really made me make a lot of foundational friends that are really encouraging and really supporting.
One of Sydney's influences at Rampart is through the student council.
I was in the student council in my middle school, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I remember I was in 8th grade, and this lady from Rampart came in to like our school, and she was like, if you guys want to run for student council, you guys can do that so that you'll be on when you're a freshman. And I was like, heck yeah. So I signed up I think I ran for freshman class vice president, and I got elected on, and I was like, this is so cool. I'm gonna actually have an active role in being a part of the school's community.
Her leadership and presence in the school has not gone unnoticed and continues to keep us going.
I think that everyone just knows who she is because she is just that person that genuinely cares for other people, and she wants to know how their day is going, and she wants to help put a smile on their face. But then I think that she has used student council in a way to help her do that, and kind of help increase her presence in the school.
I think just that she tries to make sure everyone is doing well and is like happy.
Sydney Jones is just a field of positivity.
Sydney is a continuous role model for all of us to keep going, but most of all to stay positive. So, let's all embrace a little bit of our inner Sydneys and spread the positivity. This has been Mara Danner reporting for Kram.
Thanks to Sydney and all of our student council for keeping the Rampart community going.
As we finish today, we have a brief reminder about the 10th grade personal project.
Sophomores, don't forget, if you are interested in participating in the personal project, make sure you sign up or see Mrs. Snyder in room 232A.
Things are different this year. Kram will continue to bring you stories digitally all year long, COVID or in school.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Kram broadcast. Signing off, I'm Paige Dowdy.
And I'm Adam Carlson. See you next week, Rams.